and I'm ready to pay the price. I know I will become the best actress in Barcelona.
So this is the first iteration of the theme, and it is the character you see in this theme. Her name is Purple, and she's a dancer that just moved to the big city because she wants to become an actress, and she's a bit of an odd character. She's odd, she is quirky, and with a kind of magical, dreamy inner world, and I wanted the music to reflect all this. That is why I went for something that sounds kind of Chopin-esque. It's intimate, it brings out that sort of inner, dreamy world, and it ties into the dancing side there is to her.
It's not about money for me.
This is the second iteration of the theme, and it shows up right at the end of the first episode. It brings closure to the first chapter of the story, and it also helps the audience become familiar with the theme since the repetition is quite literal.
Life's twists and turns, a fickle game.
The third iteration shows up in the third episode, while Purple, our character, recites a poem while contemplating the sunset. In this case, I went for an acoustic guitar plus piano plus strings palette, and there are several reasons for this. The importance of the acoustic guitar all throughout the story is fundamental. This is because the main genre for the score is flamenco, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to bring it to the front and make it play the main theme for the series. The piano is there to maintain a link with the original source, and finally the strings wrap everything together and give the scene a sort of magical touch suggested by the poem itself as well as by the sunset.
Like waves that crash upon the shore. Life's journey, tumultuous and more. A stormy sea, a constant.
The next iteration takes place right at the beginning of the fifth episode, which is the last episode of the show, by the way. The appearance of the theme here not only brings closure to the show, but it also helps build that anticipation for what's about to happen here. The big revelation of the show takes place right in this episode. That's why the theme moves to a higher register, where while it preserves its intimate tone, it helps build that expectancy, becoming somewhat more fragile and unstable. The last iteration of the theme takes place right after the previous one. Here, a big shot of a boat sailing into the sea somewhat becomes a metaphor for what's happening in the story. We reach the climax, there's nowhere to hide, the truth is about to be uncovered, and the shots are very big. This is really important. That's why we need this sort of full orchestra epic version of the theme.
They told me to give you this.
So that's about it. You can watch the full show here on YouTube. I'll leave a link to it in the description. It's very short, only 40-45 minutes long, and the soundtrack is available on all digital platforms in case you want to check it out. As always, feel free to ask me anything in the comments. I always reply to everyone, and cheers!